If you're a language teacher or a language student and you want to quickly produce some content either for your students or for yourself for studying, then AI Worksheets is the ideal tool because it generates content from all sorts of things like video, from PDF files, from audio files, etc. Or it would generate the content from the AI itself. And it makes loads of different activities. You actually get a menu system and you can click and choose which activities you want to create, including speaking, listening, grammar, vocabulary, the whole lot. Really useful. And then the super simple thing is that you click on the button and have a link that you can share with the students and they can do the activities. Now, interestingly, this technology also has a free option, so you can try it out and test it. But even the paid option in this technology is very reasonably priced, and you buy credit, so you don't have to pay it on a monthly basis. I'm going to take you through the technology, and you're going to see just how many different types of activities you can generate. Watch the first part of this video to get a quick taster. Highly recommend this technology, and I love the flexibility of it and the fact that it can be used both as a student learning languages, so I'm using it for studying Polish, or as a teacher. You make the content, you can share it, or the students can do it for homework. It just generates a link, very easy. Really hope you like the content, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, but most of all, I'd love to have more of you actually subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you the sorts of content that you can produce. If you want to test out AI Sheets, there's a link below in the description that you can use. You can use it for free. And also, if you decided to pay, you will get a good discount with that link that I've provided. Now, this is what I'm going to show you today. It's going to build a whole worksheet to go along with a YouTube video. Now, keep in mind that you will need to watch the YouTube video first and then get the students to do this worksheet, but you get this kind of grammar summary at the top. This is really good because you can tell it exactly what you want it to focus on. I've asked it to focus on vocabulary and phrases. Then you get a fill in the blanks, then you get a matching activity, then you get flashcards for studying for vocabulary, then you get multiple choice questions, and then you get a speaking exercise. Now you can also add additional features. You can have listening, you can have audio matching, you can do lots of things. You choose the exercise types that you want to generate. Now, when I showed this to the students on my, or the teachers on my Patreon channel, they absolutely loved it. And it's one of the reasons why I've decided now to do a video about it on YouTube. So if I click on my dashboard, there are two things you can do. You can upload your material, or you can look at all the documents, all the ones that you've created. Now, notice here that you can generate content from loads of different ways. You can provide a text, you can provide a YouTube video, you can provide audio, you can provide a PDF file of some description, or simply write in a prompt and the AI will produce the text for you. Now for this one, I'm going to click on YouTube video because I love to work with YouTube videos. And all I need to do is just below here is add in a link to a YouTube video, and AI Sheets does the rest. Now we're going to do this in English. I'm going to write shopping in English here, and I'm going to give you a really useful tip about working with YouTube. I've already made a video about how YouTube works for language learners, and if you want to watch that, it's on the screen now. It's a great video with some useful tips. But look at this, I've written shopping in English, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the filters, and I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to filter for videos that are only 4 to 20 minutes long. Okay, but then I'm going to use another filter. I'm going to click on videos with subtitles. Now it's really important that the video that you work with has got subtitles. AI Sheets generates the content from the subtitles. You're going to have hundreds and hundreds of videos to work with, no problem at all. And remember, you can use this in multiple languages. Well, choose this first one. I'm just going to click on it. All I need to do now is copy the link to this video and put it into AI Worksheets. So copy that link, this simple it is. Come over to AI Worksheets. Remember, we're choosing from a YouTube video. Paste the link in here below and it will grab that video very, very quickly. And if I just scroll down here, now click on Get Transcript. And what it's going to do is going to pull the transcript from the video, and it's now ready to generate the content. Now this is where the magic really starts, because if I click on Generate Worksheet, the powerful thing is that it gives you all of these options and it asks you, well, what do you want? Now I don't want a concept map, so I'm just going to click here and say, no, I don't want that. And then I'm going to come down here and I don't want short answers. I just want a fill in the blanks activity, a multiple choice activity, matching flashcards and a speaking test. Now I don't want to include an answer key, or I do. Again, I get the choice. I can just turn this on or off, but this is where it gets really interesting. You've got these premium add-ons. So if you click here, if for example you wanted a reading comprehension with reading quiz, then choose that. If you wanted an audio matching activity, then choose that. If you wanted a listening comprehension that is with the audio, the complete audio, then it will generate that for you, etc. Now I'm not going to add any of those things, but what I am going to do, and really important, is I'm going to customize a little bit, because I'm going to say a little bit about the level of the activity that I want created and how long I want the activity to be. This is a really good tip. Okay, hope you like the video so far, and if you do, please click on the like button because it massively helps to boost my algorithm on YouTube. What we're going to do in a minute is obviously generate the content, but also look at the very simple ways that we can share and get students to do the activities, or even if we're using it to study ourselves, how we can do the activities and get the feedback. But one thing I want to make a point about, it does produce a lot of content, so it's very good just very quickly to customize and say, well, I want it to be for such and such a level, and can you limit it, for example, to 8 multiple choice questions and 8 vocabulary questions. Otherwise, it tends to produce a lot of content. Now, you can edit that content, but it's probably quicker just to simply write in the instructions. So let's write in some instructions, generate the content, and then we're going to share it and actually try out the activities. So what I've written in this customize section is very simple information, but it will make a big difference. So first of all, in the learning goals, I've said the learning goal is to understand the video and to learn some of the key phrases from the video. But I've also said, and really important, please limit each activity to about 8 items. I don't want the exercises to be too long, because one thing is, though you can edit the content, that's absolutely fine. It does generate a lot of questions. Often it produces 15 questions and I find it too long. Target audience is pre-intermediate in English. My students are learning English, so I'm just going to put that in. Okay, so the more information you give, the better, but you don't have to give masses of information. What's the teaching context? This is going to be for homework and group work, etc. Well, I'm going to say, well, this is going to be homework. What's the focus? Well, I want the focus to be on vocabulary and useful phrases and additional information. Again, I've said keep the exercise to a maximum of 8. Let's put items, okay, per exercise, items, yeah, per section. Let's write, actually, probably better. And hopefully, if I do that, then it's now going to generate the content correctly for me. So I click on done, and then once I click on done, I click on create worksheet, and off it goes, and it's going to generate that worksheet. Now it will take a while. So if we look down here, we get this kind of overall recap about the video, and that is focusing, as I asked for, on the vocabulary and the phrases. So this is absolutely brilliant, and it's got some nice explanations, and a lot of this is really useful. Remember, you can click on the edit button to edit absolutely anything. So if there's anything you want to take out, then you can do that. Underneath that, we've got the fill in the blanks exercise, which is brilliant. It works really well. You just literally click on the word, the correct word. Underneath that, we've got a matching activity, so you click here and then click on the relevant word here. Okay, come down to this one below. We've got some flashcards. This is to kind of work through the vocabulary. Okay, I've not always used the flashcards, but I put it in today just to show you. And you know, it's basically to help you to revise key phrases and vocabulary. Remember, that's what we've asked the focus to be. Then we get the multiple choice questions. Very easy to answer. Just click on the correct answer. Very easy. And again, if you look below, what I like is that it's limited it, just like I asked, to 8 questions. Now this, I have to say, is very interesting. It works really well. And what I find is, if I work through these exercises and study the vocabulary, then this speaking activity at the end is very interesting because it will actually give me feedback on my performance. So if I record myself, then it will give me feedback, and I'm going to show you that, and then I'm going to show you how we share this activity with our students. Just a super quick break from the video just to say, if you do like the video, then please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. There are loads more free videos on the site. I specialize in making videos that show language teachers how to use technology. One other thing, if you sign up to the newsletter at the moment, then you will get a free 14-part course where I show you some of the key technologies that we can use in language teaching. There really are no tricks. Nearly everything that I highlight is free. That was all. Let's get back to the video. Now, it's a little bit unrealistic for me to do this activity, but I'm going to try and click on this button here and show you. So all I need to do is just click on the listening button here, okay? And I'm going to click here. Produce talks about agricultural products, like, for example, vegetables and fruit that are grown and then sold in supermarkets. To produce is to make something. Click stop, and then we can play it back and see how well we've done. Now, the next thing that we need to do once we've done that is we can actually transcribe this if we want. If we click on the transcription, it will transcribe what you've written, and then it will evaluate it if you click on this button here. So let's just click on this button and see what evaluation we get of our answer. Now, I've done this in Polish a few times. I've done pretty well. I've got 8 out of 10, thank God. And you know, you could see, and what I like about this, obviously it's very useful if you're working on your own. Now, one thing we haven't done, really important, is how do you share these activities? So we're going to scroll back up to the top of the activity. And what I want you to look at, once you've kind of done everything, just click on save. Okay, really important. Now, few things. You can change the layout, so you can choose 1 or 2 columns or 1 page at a time. All of these work really nice. Actually, 1 page at a time is really quite nice because you get kind of one activity to do and then you have to move on to the next page. If you're a student, you can literally do these activities straight away. So you could click on the next and you can actually do these activities. Okay, so you could start by literally clicking here and just doing the activities. So if you've made the activities and you're using AI Sheets for yourself as a language learner like me, you can just do the activities immediately. If you are working with in a school or as a teacher and you want to share this activity with your students, then click on this button here, share. And what you want to do is allow anyone with a link, okay, and it's going to generate a link for you and you copy that. Now, one interesting thing is that you may want to have a leaderboard. That is, you can then find out who the top performing students are. And if you want to do that, what you need to do is click on leaderboard and you just need to turn it on. And that way, when you click on Save Settings, what will happen is that the students will be asked to write in their names. Now, that is one choice. Now, if I cancel that, there is another option, and that's Analytics. Now, that gives you much more detail. You can click on this and you can turn on the analytics. Now, if you turn on the analytics, it's going to save, you can tell it, for example, if you want it to save up to 50 submissions, etc. And this is going to give you much more detail about the performance of the students. Now, you don't have to require authentication. If you don't, you can turn that off, okay? It will still work. But what you can do is get the students to submit their name. Now, you can't have a leaderboard and analytics. You've got to choose one or the other. So you will want to work around and decide which one you like. But you have both choices. And one final thing, once you've decided which one you want, don't forget to save that. Notice that you can download this content as well, okay, and that will come up as a PDF file. So if you click on that button there and just wait a few seconds, it will open up a window for you with the PDF file, which you then obviously can print out. There it is, and I can just quickly open it for you, and there you've got yourself an activity that you can do in print version as well and share that with your students. So that's also pretty useful. Now, one final thing to keep in mind, if you work with AI Sheets, you don't get the YouTube video. You would need to watch the YouTube video first and then do the activities. Now, if you want a technology that generates the YouTube video as well, another alternative to AI Sheets, which I also really like, I really like AI Sheets, but another one that I also use is called EdCafe. And I've been using EdCafe a lot because it gives you the YouTube video and the comprehension questions on the screen. It doesn't do so many activities as AI Sheets, but it does format it really nicely. And it also does an excellent job of producing reading comprehension with the audio. And if you want to work with EdCafe, I'll put a link on the screen now and you can watch that video. Really hope you like this video, and as always, as I always keep saying, please like the video and of course subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, really hope you like the video, and if you do, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. There's hundreds more videos on the website. There's a really popular section on teaching and using AI. I specialize in making videos to help language teachers use technology. If you want to sign up to the newsletter, then that way you can keep up with all the latest videos, the free webinars that we run, the courses that we run, etc. And at the moment, if you sign up to the newsletter, there is a special 14-part free course that you'll be sent. You'll be sent a video about every 3 or 4 days that really just focuses on the most popular technologies on my YouTube channel that teachers have reacted to, and that really builds up into a really nice course and gives you a strong basis in using technology in language teaching. It's completely free, and literally everything that I show you is a free technology. If you'd like to have live training with me, then think about joining me on Patreon. On Patreon, for $6 a month, you get 3 free videos from me each month without any advertisements in them. But the important thing is those videos are connected to a monthly webinar that we have where we meet live. And we normally work with the technology that we focused on that month, or sometimes it's 2 technologies, and we do activities and really learn to use those technologies well, so that then you can try those out in class or online with your students. The other interesting thing about joining me on Patreon is that actually you get access to all of the backdated material. So there's over a year of videos and live training. This training is very practical with lots and lots of ideas about things that you can do in the class or online with your students teaching languages. So it's much more practical than the YouTube videos, and you get that as part of the $6 a month. Okay, I'm going to leave some more videos on the screen that I think you might find useful.